Hey music fans, it's John from ARTV. It's time for a review of the latest Lily Allen record. It's been 5 years since her last release. This one is titled Sheezus. A not so subtle stab at Kanye West. She didn't mean it in a bad way, and apparently her and Kanye have talked things out, and it's all good. Lily Allen stepped out of the spotlight after the release of her incredibly fun and synth-laden release, It's Not Me, It's You. She had some less than favorable interactions with the paparazzi, the press, and just her image as a whole. She was out doing drugs, partying, drinking, and she decided to get away from all those things. Thank God she stepped out when she did, or we may have never seen another Lily Allen record come to fruition. For all of those thinking that Lily Allen's new record sucks or is just too different, all I have to say is open your eyes. She changes every single album. Listen to Alright Still, her debut, and then listen to It's Not Me, It's You. And there's a huge sonic difference. That debut featured more ska and reggae influenced tracks, and then you get to 2009 and we're seeing this more synth pop style and just straight up pop, and then we shift to 2013 and 14 and we're seeing a lot more electronic influences. Lily goes with the time. She basically acknowledges it and admits it on Sheezus that, you know, she's stepping back into the ring and she does whatever she has to stay with the times while still retaining her element of sarcastic wit and just social commentary, but it's just the fact that the music changes to go along with it. An artist never wants to make the same album twice, and Lily has definitely never done that. Does this make her a sellout? No, absolutely not. Lily is doing her job here. I understand that a lot of you just think an artist should just do it for the love of the music. Well, unfortunately, that's not the case. You can love music to death, but there's got to be something there. You can't just do it for free. You can't do it if you're not profitable. She really dives into this subject on the track Insincerely Yours, which makes the remark that we're basically all in it for the money. The track is one of the best on the album, and it features Allen's typical wit and stabs at society, stating that she doesn't give a fuck about your Instagram, and I have to applaud her for that. She speaks what's on her mind, even if it's the less than popular opinion. I will say this, the album feels a bit torn. Half of the record is full of smarter, or at least lyrically more diverse tracks, while the other half feels like love tributes to her husband. I understand that she has a successful marriage and I'm happy for her there, but a lot of these songs just tend to bore me. I'm talking Life for Me, Close Your Eyes, and even the bonus tracks Miserable Without Your Love and Who Do You Love. It all just seems like a bit too much to me. However, there are two of the tracks that are dedicated to her husband that actually do turn out to be among my favorites here on the record, these being As Long As I Got You and Late Comer. The latter of those was featured in the HBO series Girls soundtrack and features lyrics about how her man is a bad motherfucker. It has this super captivating, bouncy electro-pop feel to it that sounds as radio-friendly as anything from the latest Lady Gaga record. I love the up-tempo and, dare I say, chipper vibe that I'm getting from the track As Long As I Got You. Musically, it reminds me just a little bit of her previous track, Not Fair, in the fact that it sounds a little bit southern. It is very, very catchy. It has one of the strongest choruses on the entire record, and I'm digging it as a whole. Speaking of Lady Gaga, this album is full of pop culture references and name dropping. On the title track, Sheezus, Allen makes reference to Katy Perry, Lorde, and Lady Gaga, saying that essentially she wants what they have. She wants to be the queen of pop music. Many people mishear what Allen is trying to say and start attacking her because they think that Allen is attacking them. If that's what you think, then I'm going to direct you to a line from my favorite track on Sheezus called Hard Out Here, where Allen simply states, if you can't detect the sarcasm, then you've misunderstood. I love the title track's almost anti-pop feel, backed with Allen's own vocals and light futuristic feeling production. URL Badman is a track that tackles the subject of internet trolling from what seems to be a teenage boy's point of view, and the results are wickedly delicious. The electronic and dubstep chorus feels a little bit dated, dating back to maybe 2012 sounding, but it's still very, very fun. It's one of the most hilarious tracks on this entire record, especially with lines like, I don't like you, I think you're worthless, I wrote a long piece about it up on my WordPress getting dropped. And it's easily one of the key tracks to Sheezus. Air Balloon is a track that many people hated simply because it is a broad, appealing bubblegum pop feeling track with an extremely catchy hook. And I say, what's wrong with that? It's one of my overall favorite tracks, and that doesn't make me or anyone else who is really enjoying or loving this track any less of a true Lily Allen fan. On Silver Spoon, Lily Allen openly admits that life was easy for her growing up, and that times were never that tough. That's what I was talking about. At least she's not sitting here lying to us. Drake. Started from the bottom. The final tracks I want to talk about are on the softer side of the atmosphere, the first being Take My Place. This track gets straight up personal, and it's super refreshing to see a blast of the soft side of Lily that I love seeing from time to time. And last but not least, I wanted to touch on the track, the bonus track that is, Allen's cover of the 2004 Keen track, Somewhere Only We Know. She covered it for a commercial back in around Christmas, and it actually ended up being a single, a pretty popular release. It hit #1 on the UK singles chart, so I thought that was a pretty cool feat that Allen achieved there. It's simply beautiful and wonderful. Allen did a fantastic job covering one of the greatest songs of all time, in my opinion at least. The song is much more stripped down than the majority of her work, or even the original song. This is definitely my least favorite Lily Allen record to date, but I'm not saying that it's a bad album by any means. As you heard, I have a lot of positive things to say about it. There are tracks that really do just drag on though, and just feel like they kind of make things a little bit more complicated than they need to be, and really just don't spread out enough and just don't feel diverse enough. 3.5 out of 5 for me for Sheezus. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below with your thoughts on the newest Lily Allen record. Let me know what albums I should review next. Make sure you check out my Beyond ARTV channel. I actually just posted my first movie review over there. The link, if you want to click it, there's an annotation floating over it, or there's a link in the description down below to that video and even the channel. Just go check it out and subscribe if you enjoy movies and TV. I'm actually going to start posting a lot more content than just track reviews, music news, and that sort of thing. I'm going to be covering movies, TV, and news related to those things as well. All of that's going to be on Beyond ARTV. Of course, you can check me out on Twitter and Facebook to stay up to date on everything, and make sure you hit the like button on this review. I will see you very soon right here on ARTV, Beyond the Reviews.